Hello, I am Must Profit. I hope you are all doing well. Today's video is going to be a massive eye-opener for many of you. As you can see on my screen, my total profit for this past week stands at a staggering 21,099.82. Now, many people ask me, is it really possible to make this kind of money in Forex? My answer is yes, but only if you have a proven methodology. If you look closely at my trade history, you will see that the bulk of this profit came from US30, GER40, and major Forex pairs. While most retail traders blow their accounts trying to catch high volatility moves in gold, I focus on a multi-asset approach to diversify my risk. Today I am going to reveal my secret strategy and share my detailed weekly analysis forecast for the upcoming week. Make sure you watch until the very end because I will be breaking down the exact liquidity zones I use to achieve these results. We are now moving into the core part of today's video. For the coming week, I have selected 13 high probability setups including Forex and Indices. In each chart, I have mapped out the institutional supply and demand zones and liquidity areas. Our goal is simple: avoid the retail traps and follow the smart money footprints. By understanding how the big banks and institutional players move the market, we can align our trades with the path of least resistance. Let's dive into the charts and examine our first group of assets. First, let's look at our indices. US30 is showing incredible strength after clearing out the sell-side liquidity below the previous week's low. This was a classic institutional stop run. We are now looking for a continuation toward the historical highs as the bullish momentum remains intact. Next is GER40, which has been a major profit driver for us recently. It is currently mitigating a daily order block and consolidating just below a major resistance. I am looking for a clean breakout to the upside. Finally, NAS100 is showing a classic SMT divergence against US30, suggesting a potential trend shift or a deeper retracement. Watching these three indices together gives us a complete picture of global market sentiment and allows us to spot institutional hedging. Now, let's move to our 10 Forex pairs. First up is EURNZD on the H4 timeframe. Notice how the price has taken a very strong rejection from our bullish demand area around the 1.95650 level. This level was untouched for several days, creating a significant imbalance. We are currently seeing a clear higher high structure on the lower timeframes. My scenario target is 2.02690. However, I am waiting for a proper pullback or a retest near the 2.00050 area to get a better risk-to-reward ratio. We need to see price action confirm that the demand is still holding strong. Moving on to AUD-USD. This pair is looking at a very clean bearish structure on the daily and 4-hour charts. Price is rejected from the upper supply zone, which was a source of massive selling pressure in the past. It is showing strong intent to move lower by breaking minor support levels. Once we get a confirmation via a lower timeframe displacement, our objective level will be 0.6744. This target aligns with a major liquidity pool that has been building up for weeks. Next, let's analyze USDCAD. We have seen a clear sweep of buy-side liquidity above the recent highs, and now the price is approaching a major mitigation block. This is where big players often offload their remaining positions. My scenario is to wait for a displacement to the downside before looking for shorts. We are targeting the discount zones where institutional buyers might re-enter. Keep a close eye on the US dollar index as it will heavily influence this pair's trajectory. Now look at GBP-CHF. It is currently testing a crucial weekly demand zone. Many traders ignore these crosses, but they often provide the cleanest structural shifts. We are seeing a shift in market structure on the H1 and H4 timeframes, which suggests that the smart money is accumulating long positions after a long period of decline. Our risk level is placed safely below the accumulation zone, and we are targeting the supply zones left behind during the last leg down. Next is USD-CHF. This pair has recently tapped into a monthly supply zone and is showing signs of exhaustion with long wick rejections. We are looking for a break of structure on the H1 timeframe to confirm our bearish bias. The primary objective for USD-CHF is the fair value gap below. If the market fails to break the local support, we stay on the sidelines. We are only interested in high probability setups where the risk is minimal compared to the potential gain. Moving to EUR/AUD, we are maintaining a very strong bullish bias. The price bounced beautifully from the lower demand area, exactly where we expected. The 1.71479 level is our ultimate objective as long as the market continues to form higher lows and respects the order flow. This pair is excellent for trend-following strategies during the London and New York sessions when volatility is at its peak. Next, EURCAD is in a consolidation phase and is attempting a breakout from a long-term range. I have clearly marked the demand zone below, which has served as a strong base for price. There is a high probability that price will move toward the 1.62078 level after a logical retest and a successful liquidity grab. We want to see the retail sellers get trapped before we enter our long positions. For EURCHF, we see a classic bullish side scenario evolving. Price is recovering well from the demand zone, and our objective is set at 0.93093. This area represents a significant liquidity pocket where many stop losses are likely sitting. When the market reaches this level, we expect to see a sharp reaction. Always remember to move your risk level to break even once the trade moves in your favor to protect your capital. Next is EURGBP. Price is facing a minor supply zone, but the bullish momentum from the demand area is far more significant based on the volume delta analysis. We are targeting the 0.88045 level for the upcoming week. This is a slow-moving pair, so patience will be required. Don't let the slow movement tempt you into over-leveraging. Stick to your plan. Finally, we look at GBP/AUD. This pair is showing high volatility, as is typical for GBP crosses. It is currently trapped between a major supply and a major demand zone, forming a large range. We are waiting for a clear breakout of this range and a subsequent retest to identify the next institutional direction. Trading in the middle of a range is high risk, so we wait for the market to reveal its hand at the extremes. To fill the remaining time, let's talk about why multi-asset analysis is superior to the one-pair mentality. When you trade 10 different setups across various indices and pairs, you increase your chances of finding the perfect A-plus setup. In the institutional world, we look for confluence across different markets. If the indices are bullish and the dollar is weakening, it gives us a clear directional bias for our forex pairs. This is how we achieve consistent results like the 21,000 profit. It's about being a researcher and a data analyst first. Understanding the correlation between GER40 NAS100 and currency strength is what separates the professionals from the gamblers. You must learn to read the market like a story, where every asset is a character contributing to the plot. Before I wrap up, remember, risk management is everything. I made over 21,000 this week because I didn't gamble and I stayed disciplined. I diversified my risk across these 13 assets so that one bad trade wouldn't ruin my week. To survive as a professional, stop thinking about hitting targets and start thinking about executing scenarios and managing risk levels. Preservation of capital is your absolute first job. If you lose your capital, you lose your ability to play the game. Stay humble, stay disciplined, and let the setups come to you. That concludes our weekly analysis forecast. I hope you found these insights valuable for your trading journey. For daily updates, live signals, and more in-depth educational content, join our Telegram channel and visit link to mustprofitfx.com. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. I am Must Profit, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and trade safely.